Most six-figure women try to think their way into clarity, but clarity really comes in conversations. Hey everyone, it's Shayla Boyd-Gill, the Luxe business mentor and the creator of the Luxe scaling system. Listen, if we've not connected already, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. I've talked about it before. I'm a type of person that loves to consume content. And what we know is you can consume a lot of information, but that information may not reflect what's really happening in your business right now. See, the content does just what it says it's going to do. It informs. And then you may go the route of looking at strategy. Your strategy is going to teach you a little bit more, but it's not contextualized. So you get an example of here are the things that you can do. It's taught to you, but is it the thing that you really should do? Is the question that you need to ask yourself. You see, self-processing has its limits at this level. And the thing is, it's really challenging to try to coach yourself. You can't see your blind spots alone. When you have the right conversation, it does something a little bit different for you. Number one, it provides reflection. Being able to state what's happening and having someone reflect that back to you can be really powerful, because sometimes you may not even realize what you're saying until it is reflected back to you, and you have a different understanding that comes from that. Number two, you start naming patterns. So when you see things that are repeated, or someone else sees things in you that are being repeated in your business, you can start naming those patterns and say, oh, we understand what that's coming from. We know exactly what happened there because it was reflected, number one, and now we realize it's a pattern. Number three, the right conversation reduces decision overload. We've talked about being decisive in the past. When you have a lot going on in your business and you're in a phase of growth or scaling, there are a lot of decisions that need to be made. And if those decisions are only landing in your head and no one else is supporting you through that, that can become a major challenge. And last but not least, number four, the right conversation normalizes the complexity. You don't feel like the oddball. You realize that this is a phase of growth. And you also understand the things that you can do to be able to support yourself during this period. So the right conversation doesn't just give you answers. It also helps to sharpen your judgment. There is a challenge I see with six-figure women where they choose to delay these conversations. And some of the reasons would be they have a fear of being seen. If you've been able to grow to six figures or more, there is an assumption that you have it all together. However, when you are being supported, there is a place where you need to be vulnerable. You have to be transparent. You need to be able to show people where you are and what's really behind the curtain and what's causing you to be in a place where you feel like you're challenged. But sometimes there's that fear that goes along with it of, if I'm seen, will I be judged? Also, let's just call out the elephant. You know, at this level, you've probably been sold to many times. And so that's a real fear. Is someone just going to be selling to me, or are they going to be actually providing a solution for me? When you feel like you're being sold to, you will kind of back up, delay, decide, I'm not sure if this is a fit. This is where trust comes in. And this is also where your instincts need to show up, and you have to decide if this is the right support that you need at this place in your business. And then there's that idea of, I'm not even ready to take on more responsibility. Does growth and scaling require that of me? And if that is the case, that woman's asking herself, is this even the right time? Do I need to do this? But the biggest one that I see, and the biggest reason that I know a lot of six-figure women pause and they don't go into the right conversations. It's because they carry the shame of the story of, I should know better. I should know this already. Even though there's nothing out here that taught or prepared you for this kind of growth or scaling in your business, somehow you've taken on the idea of, I should know this. It doesn't make sense. We've all thought it, but it really doesn't make sense. So when this six-figure woman delays her ability to be in the right conversation, what she really thinks she's doing is protecting herself. So if you've been circling the same questions, I get it. But I want you to consider this. The clarity that you need is not going to come from you thinking harder, taking another course, or doing another program. What's really going to help you to have the clarity is speaking to the right person. This is why I'm opening up more private conversations this year. What you can do is start by checking out the description below. There is a quiz there, and you have other ways in which you can get in contact with me. I hope this conversation serves you well, and we'll talk next week.